Some despise her and hate her fiercely, pouring out humiliating epithets. Boring, retarded, overrated, automotive incarnation of the gray mouse. But for adepts of comfort and reliability, it is an icon, a symbol, and a standard. The apple of discord is called Toyota Camry. We check the myths on the example of the third-generation sedan, V30. Inside the Camry, at first glance, everything is as smooth and featureless as the outside. I have seen such a driver-hugging cockpit 100 times already, and this is not about old BMWs. Unlike the German giants of those years, W124 and E34, from which, despite all the pathos, the 80s carry a mile away, Camry, by the standards of the early 90s, was in a more current trend. And I'm comfortable here. The light brown plastic trim brings the interior to life, and the suede headlining and pillars are calling to be stroked. Most importantly, there is no plastic tree that has become an integral part of the Camry's image. Ergonomics are on top. If you want, you won't find fault. No need to look for anything or get used to something, as in the Italians or French. The power window buttons are in their usual place, on the doors, and not on the central tunnel, like in Mercedes with BMW. But the detail that sinks into the soul, alas, is not native. The Nardi wooden steering wheel, which replaced the standard 4-spoke steering wheel, fits perfectly into the interior, giving the too correct interior a touch of rebellious 60s. There is only one claim to the devices: why are you not digital? Ordinary arrows and scales are well read, but here the exotic of the late 20th century would have looked more interesting, old-school indicators flickering with calculator numbers. This option was offered for the V30. Soft chairs are expected to suggest a relaxed fit. I was surprised that the pillow is of normal length, comfortable for landing the average European, and not just the Japanese. Special thanks for the upholstery. Practical and so pleasant to the touch, real Japanese velour is valued much higher than leather. Landing back, thanks to a wide opening, is convenient. On a soft, shapeless sofa, it is spacious at the feet and above the head, even if there are 3 riders, but only the armrest is not the widest of the amenities. Where to put the various trash that each of us carries with him is a question. There are a lot of places for small things, but their usable volume, whether it be a glove box, pockets in the doors, or a double center armrest, leaves much to be desired. But under the hood, the legend of the motor world lives and lives, 3SFE. Not just a representative of the well-deserved Toyota S series, but one of the most massive, reliable, and unpretentious engines in the family. His career spanned from 1986 to the early 2000s. 2 liters of working volume, 4 cylinders and 16 valves gave 140 horsepower at the output, and 186 Newton meters. By modern standards, nothing extraordinary, but if you compare this engine with other power units of its time, then you can't reproach Toyota's development with technical imperfections. Competitors, be it the Honda Accord or even the Mercedes E-Class, with the same displacement, had almost the same characteristics. Suddenly, the veteran pleases with lively, linear responses to the gas, slightly stroked the pedal, and rushed off. Acceleration invigorates even without activating the sports mode of the box. Let the thrust increase smoothly as the speed increases, without bursts or dips. The main thing is that the sedan does not experience a lack of it. Quietly howling, the old 16-valve confidently drags the Camry in the stream. The sound of the engine is the little that penetrates the cabin from the outside. Noise isolation here is at the level of old Lexus. The 4-speed automatic is smooth and almost does not blunt. True, downshifting is not so smooth for him, especially at the exit from slow corners and during sharp acceleration. But the old woman relates you well. Informative steering wheel, moderate rolls, yes, without much spark, but it is extremely clear and reliable. Although the V30 was created as a family car, but what a contrast with the 6th-generation Camry. A larger modern sedan is expectedly quicker, despite a fairly damped gas pedal and not the most efficient automatic transmission, but the ability to beat its great-grandmother in a straight line is its only advantage when it comes to dynamic driving. In corners, the Magpie quickly cools the ardor with an indistinct steering wheel, frightening with rolls, and in a straight line it floats, swaying in all directions. Neither give nor take, the classic American.